Mr. Secretary, you were here in July. Democrats and Republicans gave you questions for the record, and we got responses to those last week, 6 months. Can you commit now that the vast majority, I plan to answer one or two really tough ones, but that the vast majority of the questions for the record that are asked by Democrats and Republicans today will be responded to with real answers within 30 days?
I can tell you that I told my staff I thought our response time was
Can you
not
make the
appropriate.
commitment I asked, or just apologize for the past?
We will do everything we can to make sure it's 30 days, but it won't be as long as it took last time, I can assure you.
Okay, because I have a number of questions for the record. I need answers, and the first relates to the FSOC report to base SIFI designations on activity-based an activity-based approach. I want to commend you for moving in that direction, and I'm interested in your plans for implementing recommendations of the Treasury's Asset Management and Insurance report and the report on non-bank SIFI designation process, in particular the recommendation that an activities-based approach be used. So I'll ask you to respond to that for the record. Also, we hear that the International Association of Insurance Supervisors is pushing a global standard that clashes with our system for state-based insurance regulation, and I want to know your reaction to that and whether we can ensure that we're going to promote our own system in that negotiation.
I can assure you we will.
Thank you. Now, last time you were here, I asked you about the Armenia tax treaty. Didn't expect you to know that I'd ask. Well, I did tell your staff in advance. And we have gotten the most absurd response. I'm an old tax lawyer. I know it's hard work, but this is the easiest job they're ever going to have. They responded to Judy Chu, who also raised this, by saying that this is a very resource-intensive process. Here's the model treaty. We've published it, and the government of Armenia has said they just want to sit down and use this as the basis and get the treaty done. 28 members of Congress have asked you to do this. Can you commit to investing 28 hours of one tax lawyer, just 28 hours of that one tax lawyer's time, and to start the process, I think he or she will finish the process. We're talking about filling in the blanks in a document we already have. Can you commit 28 hours of one tax lawyer's time?
I can commit the 28 hours, and
we will get it done, and the benefits will include the exchange of information provisions, which will allow the IRS to get information about anybody hiding assets in Armenia and thereby enhance our tax collection process. When it comes to marijuana, we currently have the FinCEN guidance. And if you were to revoke that, then that would really make it better for armed robbers in my community, because there'd be huge amounts of cash at the local marijuana dispensary. Can I have, well, I hope you'd respond for the record what you plan to do, and I hope that you would indicate that you're interested in keeping our communities safe. I don't want bags of cash at a marijuana dispensary down the street from my constituents. Can I count on your answer on that?
I can commit to you that we are reviewing it, but I assure you we don't want bags of cash. I want to make sure that we can collect our necessary taxes and other things in other than cash.
When you were here last time, you assured us that although we didn't designate China as a currency manipulator, even though we've lost a lot of jobs to their admitted past currency manipulation, that the Trump administration was going to do something about this. In back of you, we've got the chart that shows that every month that Trump has been in office, we've seen an increase in the trade deficit with China. Are we just going to talk tough, or when you come back a year from now, are we going to see a different chart?
I think you're going to see a different chart.
Okay, and if we don't, can you then designate them a currency manipulator?
No, one has nothing to do with the other. One is we are very focused on trade. The currency manipulation, independent of that, will
But
be
they
based
have
upon their
secured
actions.
markets by their past manipulation of currency, and I yield back.
Time of the gentleman has expired.